Well, g'day everyone. Just a shout out to all those good people that follow us on this channel. I'll even remember the people from Alaska this time. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I've got people from all around the world that are commenting. And I'd say the last video, the last clip that I put up, right at the start of it, I probably did some of the best trapping that I've ever done. Right at that start, the one last week, okay? When I say the best bit of trapping I've ever done, it was pretty easy because I took off my Cobra, right? And I simply put on a blaze orange trump cap. And you saw me and little old Trumpy here catch a group of people that are suffering from what's known as Trump derangement syndrome. Just to see me put a cap on like that turn some people into Fruit Loops. And that's exactly what I was aiming to do, to bring that out in front of everybody there, just how far down the slide this world has slipped. When something as simple as that will freak people out, and they'll actually put up comments where they endorse assassination, where they endorse murder, and people will call me every sort of name because I put a cap on. I almost like to make it clear, very, very clear, that I don't think Donald Trump is perfect. Not by a long shot, okay? Nowhere near it. I'd be far happier if we saw somebody like Jim Jordan stand for president, or if we saw Candace Owens, or Vivek Ramaswamy, that's a big name, right? Someone like that. Or if they could steal Jordan Peterson out of Canada and put him up there, I'd be far happier. The very fact that out of 330 million people in the great nation of America, that you can only put a line up like you have got at present to run one of the superpowers of this world is worrying. It's worrying to us here in Aussie, because here we are with less than 10,000 active soldiers that could hit the ground running. And I know that because my lad was in there amongst those first responders, okay? We are sitting here at the mercy of whatever goes on overseas. Definitely what goes on in America. Everything we do hinges on America, unfortunately, okay? So I've got a right to voice my opinion. I wasn't ramming it down anybody's throat, but to see people with the comments they've got, they are deranged. I am very sorry. And if you want to unsubscribe, get out of here. I don't need you. I'm not doing this for the money, okay? I think there'll be far more patriots that will stand up to the plate because of this than the people that'll drop out. I don't care, okay? If you do believe and support my opinion and my stance on this, please share this link, share the channel to every like-minded person that you can in every country around the world. What we need is some more tolerance. We need people that are tolerant of other people's opinions, attitudes, beliefs, faiths, rather than advocates of murder and assassination. Okay? Enjoy this clip, people. See ya. Good morning, Joe Brandon. How are you, dude? Not quite as foggy this morning. Mossy, you little vixen, you. Yeah, Joe. Good morning. Slightly cooler morning this morning, but feel pretty good. A little bit of fog earlier, but it cleared away right as the sun came up. It's alright, I'll rip around pretty quickly around most of the traps. I probably won't set any more now. We'll try and get over to the third section of this property now. Coming up on the first sets here near the yards. No, there's nothing. Very quiet, except those cattle were standing in front of the trail camera there, staring at it. Probably right, eh? They've wrecked the trap, that's what they've done. Oh, they couldn't help themselves, could they? They knocked the peg out and kicked the trap out. Well done, girls, well done. What's surprising to me is that they haven't gone after the one with the squeaker. They haven't touched that. That's making the most noise. Got magna gland on that. This here, what did I use on that? Just a bit of dog urine on the side of that bush. Yeah, for some reason they decided to go after this one and make cows of themselves. I just haven't seen any sign at all in this part of the property, which is strange because usually this is a hot spot, but it's been that they're not just a few days off coming back. There could be something here, tomorrow. You just never know. It seems so quiet here, I can't even get a trap wrecked. But really, it's only about a kilometre from here where we shot that black and tan dog yesterday evening. So, looks can be very deceiving. Some of these dogs are just not following tracks. I've tried to drag an old bit of hide behind me here for, dragged it all yesterday afternoon and all today. Trying to leave a bit of scent on the ground, on the track. I'm looking for a wild pig, because a wild pig you can usually get a couple of pig legs and drag them behind you and it puts a good scent on the ground. I haven't seen a pig yet. What I intend to do with some of these places like this is a great spot here. I'll set up the thermal. I'll come down here one night and I'll just sit here and I'll howl and see if I can get something to come in. It's a good spot here where I can see a fair distance if something is approaching. But that's for later on in the program. Let's try and trap what we can trap and then shoot what we have to shoot. Now I've just gone past that double set there in the gully. Only very, very briefly paused at it. The trouble if you do pull up at these sort of places, you get the cattle will sort of smell you and they'll come in and have a look and see what you've been pulled up there for. So you just need to rely on the hope, or I suppose faith in your own techniques, that your scent and the set and everything is good, that you can leave alone. You don't have to do any more than just look at it visually, make sure a bandicoot or kangaroo rat or kookaburra or something hasn't disturbed it. Quite often that's what I find we get here is little bandicoots, our little marsupial, a big rat. He'll come sniffing around, just checking everywhere, and they're real busybody. When you see them working, they just go on all the time. They're digging, they're sniffing, digging with their big long nose. And they come across a trap set, and they'll just dig it straight out. And usually they won't do much more than expose it, but that's all you need sometimes to wreck your scent. Well, here's a classic. This is why you need to check your traps. We've got cattle been through here everywhere. All right, dancing around here. They haven't got that trap, so I'm just going to leave it. It's got a little bit of my DG lure, duck guts on that stick coming down. I'll leave it. But this one over here, look what they've done to this. They haven't wrecked it. The set's still in here. They've knocked this branch over on top of it and all these sticks. So basically they made it so that it can't work. Oh. No wonder the cockatoos are kicking up a stick. Red-tailed eagle. Alright, so where's my trap? There's the pan, there's the jaw. And hopefully the cattle will stay away from that and a dog would walk through. still got a bit of fat on top of that. It's hard to know what to do with that one. It's working, the cattle are going past it and they haven't wrecked it, but they have put it out of action twice now in 3 days. Persevere. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what I had hoped might happen, and here it is, a double catch. Won't delay, get them shot as soon as possibly can. This might be part of the pack of 4, might be a different ones. But so I set the patterns of 2 in most places, and it's worked spot on. So it's like a male and a female. The poor catch with the Jake just wired off to that little tree. Mossy, come, Mossy. Shh. Look, Mossy. The female. Hey, Brandon, no. Simple sets, but they worked. Right, so that's brought us back on the sheet. That's 4 dogs now. It's checking night 5. If we counted the first night that we just had a few traps in. One thing I'd like to point out here, that I'm going to use the same traps now back in the same spot as I've caught these dogs. I've reset that one, I'll reset this other one here, but I'm using the same traps. Now those traps have got saliva, they've got a little bit of blood on them from where I shot this one. There's scent in the area, there's my hands have handled them again with no gloves. And a lot of people just won't believe that you'll catch another dog in there. And maybe we won't, maybe these are the only 2 dogs that are here, but maybe they're part of a bigger pack. I've done this same technique and caught another dog 3 times in a row, actually, 3 mornings in a row with the same trap, not washed off, not boiled, not done anything with it all, and with bare hands. So there's a lot more to this than just the scent on the trap. Here now, there's all the scent from these dogs where they were caught. So another dog will come in with a different attitude. It's coming up here probably with its hackles up. It's coming into an area where it knows another dog has been caught, has been trapped. So what I try and do is leave, there's usually wreck stuff like here, and I'll try and leave a clear pathway where that dog will come in cautiously and he will walk through a clear spot. And usually you'll pick them up without a problem by leaving those little laneways. Yeah, there's far more to it than just the scent on the trap. Well, we've arrived over here to the 3rd section of this property, and it took us about 20 minutes to get here. And we'll just roll down here now and look for some sign. Unloaded the buggy and got a few more traps, got everything I need, and we'll just prepare to do battle. Well, straight away, first crossing. Look at the dog tracks. Yeah, righto. Some of these could be from when they're mustering. There's pig tracks as well. Okay, so pigs had come through here. So that gives me a little bit of an idea of age, and those dog tracks are over the top of the pig tracks. Right, so to me that means that the pigs were probably here last night, and the dogs come through here this morning. They've been up here mustering. There's been no dogs down through here for a few days, so we could be onto something right here. I'm just going to go cheeky and put one here right on the side of the road. Right on the side of the road. Hopefully cattle won't wreck it. And yeah, it's a nice little weed here. We can put some lure on that on the leaves. I think that's a good chance of picking something up right there. What do you reckon, Brandy? What do you reckon, Brandy? Good girl. You want to be part of the team? We'll see. I'll have to just find you a good home. I don't need two working bitches. Yeah. Well, everywhere I go, there's dog tracks. And there seems to be, most of them seem to be back when the rain was on. That's when they were mustering. So I'm going to say a lot of the tracks on this road are working dogs. But there seems to be one set that's been through here overnight. And I think that is a dingo come down on top of the other sign. So I've just set up one more trap back there in the gully behind us. It's a second one just on a little bit of bitch's urine. Just a very basic trap on the side of the road. But yeah, I'll go along here for about another kilometre and see what I can see, see what interests me. And then I'm going to go back and head out the other direction, out towards the creek crossing. There's a three-way sort of creek crossing there, and we've caught a lot of dogs at that over the years. So I think I'll head back that way. Seems to be the same thing here in this gully. I come here and we got old tracks and we got some real new ones. The real new ones seem to be wandering. See, there's older tracks there. And there's a new track. Right, let's try, might try one or two here. Actually, I might put two in. One on either side. One over here, probably. Maybe another one on the lead in there. We're heading back now into the area where we made a couple of clips about a trap scratching dog. Took quite a bit to catch, and I think we caught 2 or 3 in that area, but just this one big old trap scratcher was causing lots of trouble. Well, that's just up here ahead of us now. So yeah, a lot of cattle been through here, a lot of dog tracks, a lot of working dog tracks. But I wouldn't be surprised if another one has taken over that one's place. It seems to be with nature. Like nature hates a vacuum. When something is taken out of an area, something else comes back in to fill it. More than likely another big cunning dingo will take its place. Yeah, how to decipher these tracks? I think I'll just set in the normal areas, the ones I've set in before, like right here. This tuft of grass. See what Brandon thinks. Brandon, come and have a sniff. Brandon. What's here, Brandon? Hunt him up, Brandon. Yeah. Okay, very standard, very simple one. Just screwed down a little bit of dingo urine, a couple of cotton buds in that tussock, and left it very, very plain, very plain. And this is where we caught the trap scratcher last program last year, was in this gully here. know where we're heading, don't you? Well, this is going to be the trouble. Mossy no, mossy no. It's beautiful compared to last time. Trying to keep something in here without the cattle wrecking it. Right, I'll set one up here. This is where we've caught in the past. We don't have a lot of options with the way the cattle will be, so I think I'll put a squeaker in here. Try and find another place similar over the other side there. Probably put 3 traps here, I reckon. Right, I've just put another trap in this pile of logs here behind me. I caught a big black and tan dog here about probably 4 years ago on this bank, and I've always felt that I'd get something else here, but I haven't. I've got plenty either side, but I think it's about time we caught another dog here. It's a beautiful little dam, great little spot. So I've come off the other side of the track, way away from where the cattle mainly hang out. And yeah, just put a food-based lure here and just one trap. Whew. Right, I think I'll finish off at this place tonight, and I'll head back out to the other end of the property. There's 6 more traps I've got to check there, so I better get those done before dark. So let's into it. Right, well, I left the buggy and the trailer back at the second property, third property that is. Now I'm heading back to property number 2 now to check the last couple of traps that I didn't get to check this morning. Every trap every day. I should be able to get there before dark now. Get that done, and what we'll do is we'll head across to property 3 tomorrow morning and start there, just set a whole heap of traps, as many as we can get in before lunchtime, and then come back and do a full check of property 1 and 2 tomorrow afternoon. Oh, no rest for the wicked. I must be real bad. I've got to say, I'm blessed. What a job. It can be tough, big hours. There's not a fortune in dog trapping. You're never going to be rich out of it. But there's a lot of things that money can't buy, and this here is one of them. Yep. Only thing that would make it better if little Judy could be here as well. So we've always got to try and do things, I believe, that you can involve your significant other in. And hopefully Judy, she's having problems with her knees at the moment, and hopefully she can get on top of that and get back out here with me, because she loves being out in the bush. She's great out in the bush, and yeah, certainly something that can make you smile. So yeah, everybody, count your blessings, make your blessings count. See you next Tuesday.